All right, final story. Let's get to everybody's favorite team, the New York Football Jets. They faced the Bills on Monday night, and they faced Josh Allen, who has had back-to-back clunkers. I mean, Colin completing 42% of his passes and just one touchdown in losses to the Ravens and the Texans. Allen took responsibility for his play and knows that the improvement starts with him.
Well, I got to be better. Ball placement, and again, couple throws that wish I could have had back this last game, but just making sure that we're on the same page, and it starts with the quarterback, and that's on me. The group of guys that we have in this room are special. They work hard, and they're smart football players, and I got no doubt, and I got a lot of trust in these guys.
Josh Allen.
You know who he could really use? Davante Adams.
He probably could use Davante Adams. It also should be noted that Monday night game against Jacksonville where they won, what was it, like 42-10 or whatever it was, everybody crowned them after that game. Josh Allen is the man. In hindsight, that Jacksonville team is just garbage. And I don't know. Do we know if Buffalo's good, Colin?
I said this the other day to my friend John Middlecoff. I said there's two teams in this league. When the good version shows up, they can beat anybody. Buffalo and Arizona. But Buffalo's getting closer to Arizona than they are to Kansas City. The Bills are becoming Arizona. Great quarterback, fun to watch. On their best days, they can beat anybody. We think the Bills are inches from Baltimore and Kansas City. No, they're not.
They're not even.
They're Arizona. The difference is Josh is going to win that division over and over, and Arizona's in a tougher division with better quarterbacks and coaches.
Excuse me.
But the truth is, this team, you never have any idea what version you get.
Just by the way, the Bills needed a massive uphill climb last year to win the division. And Josh Allen against the Jets in his last 4 meetings, he's split. He's got 5 touchdowns, 6 picks.
I know.
He has not been great.
That's right.
Let's not give the Bills this division yet, okay? It's not even close to over.
Yeah. I'm going to give it to him.
Wait, are you taking Bills and Blazing 5? No way. Are you? Now, it is 2.5. It was 3. It's down to 2.5. You know, the fired coach bump that happens around the league.
Great quarterback at home. A chaotic, messy week for the team coming in. Oh, the Bills on the road? Oh. Yeah,
huge advantage at MetLife for the Jets.
All right. Okay, okay, sure. Huge advantage. My bad. Bills on the road.
Okay. Let's talk about this because, J-Mac is trying to act like Josh Allen is some sort of scrub player. And he goes, 50%, blah, 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 0-2. And it's like, all right, I get it. You're a Jets fan. Let's settle down here. And I'm going to highlight a short clip from Greg Cosell, who was literally just on the Herd. And he's talking about a different team. He's talking about Caleb Williams. But this is exactly what the Buffalo Bills do to Josh Allen. Exactly. Take a listen.
So in other words, you want to put your quarterback in a position where when he drops back, if you can do it, and obviously this all stems from probability and tendency in given situations, understanding what the defense is going to show you and what route concepts will work against that tendency, that probability. They're defining it so clearly for him that they're giving him basically one read, maybe 2 at most, but one read so that it's clean. I mean, he hit some plays last week. The second touchdown to Moore was a beautiful example of that. We're looking at that right now, where they really made it clean for him through the use of formation and through the route concepts. So you really want to define it as well as you can. They've been doing a great job with that. It was particularly evident this week, and I'm sure they'll continue to do that because then you allow him to play decisively. You never want your quarterback feeling like he's stuck in the pocket with nowhere to throw the football. And the last couple of weeks, he's looked a lot cleaner.
Okay, that is the key point. You never want your quarterback to be stuck in the pocket with nowhere to throw the football. And it's not to say that Josh Allen needs everything to be so clearly defined for him, but this is what we say that they asked Josh Allen to do so much. He has to do everything. The offensive coordinators and the offensive game plan is never designed to make things easier for Josh Allen. And before any of you Patrick Mahomes obsessive fans come and say, oh, he needs it to be given to him, this is what Andy Reid does for Patrick Mahomes. So stop it. Just stop it, okay? And I'm not saying that Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes need these one read, drives here, but things are more clearly defined. There's a reason why Andy Reid took away the long ball from Patrick Mahomes, because it's like, no, this is not working for you. I'm going to remove it from you. I'm going to help you help yourself here. I'm going to give you easier passes, shorter passes, easier reads, right? I'm going to set it up so that you're not just stuck in the pocket, nowhere to go. That, especially these last 2 games, when you watch it, that is what the problem has been with the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen. So yeah, Josh Allen's a great leader, so he's going to say, I've got to be better. It starts with the QB. But like, it's just nonsense that we can just say, oh, Josh Allen has been playing bad, and that's why the Bills have been bad. That's not the reality of the situation at all. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. Every single pass is so contested. Or if there finally is someone open, he's got just a million linemen coming down on him and there's nothing else for him to do. So no, like it's just not put on Josh Allen in that regard. And so that part of the conversation I find quite frustrating, to be honest with you. I think Devontae would help the Buffalo Bills for sure, but I don't know if it's enough. I am a coaching snob, honestly. I really am. I like truly top level coaches, and it's why I really name the same names again and again and again. Obviously, the GOAT Andy Reid, and then you have McVay, Shanahan, Kevin O'Connell. Like, I am a snob for true top offensive minds, and whether they're coordinators or head coaches. Ben Johnson, right? When you have a great quarterback, they need at least one great mind, at least an offensive mind or a defensive mind, because obviously, ideally, if you're a great quarterback, you want that offensive mind. But at a minimum, if you still at least have an elite defensive mind, then year after year after year, they still give you an awesome, ferocious defense that gives you extra possessions, great field position. You don't have to win shootouts game after game. You need to have at least one of those. Every single great, for the most part, has had that, right? And that is something that Josh Allen has not had. Joe Burrow has not had. Lamar Jackson has not had. So it's not like Josh Allen is the only one here, but the list is just, has just been too long. And so that, to me, is what continues to be frustrating. I get the sense that they were crowned too soon because of beating a team like the Jaguars and stuff like that. I do get that for sure. But it's I don't think you need to bury them either, right? I think it's interesting what Colin is saying about the Arizona Cardinals. And I said the same thing about the Arizona Cardinals, not about the Bills. I haven't really thought about it, of them being like that, because I said this to someone in the comment section, because I said, oh, the Cardinals should be above the Dallas Cowboys. And that made the Dallas Cowboys fans lose their mind. And I'm like, well, Kyler Murray, for the most part, his peak is way higher than what Dak Prescott can do. Dak Prescott is more consistent than Kyler Murray, but when Kyler is at his peak, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. It's just that he kind of has, these peaks and valleys, so it can be more inconsistent. But when Arizona Cardinals do have things going, I mean, go watch some of their games, and you're just like, how do you stop this? How do you stop Kyler Murray? Because the dude can sling it, and he can run just as fast as you would ever need a quarterback to ever run. I mean, the dude is quick. And he's no longer some young rookie who's trying to figure it out. So when things are going for him, they are going for him. It is for real. And I could see the similarities in that, in terms of with Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. But I just think if they could get more consistent with their game plans, and again, maybe it's not coaching, maybe it is just the actual, personnel itself. But when I see what Andy Reid is able to do with the Kansas City Chiefs, that's where my mind goes. This is more coaching than personnel than anything. But again, comparing it to Andy Reid will always be tough, because you're talking about literally the greatest offensive coach in the history of the NFL, right? So I think that's always a tough comparison. But when you see him, what he's doing week after week after week, it's hard not to be like, this is what the potential is. This is what the possibility is. If you do get the right coach, right, you can win. You can scheme guys open who aren't the best players, who are not the best wide receivers, the best running backs, whatever. Like, you can do that. And so then you watch another game and you watch the Buffalo Bills going up against the Texans, and you're like, no one's ever open. No one's ever open. Every throw is contested, right? That's why I said, look at that their final drive, where they threw the ball and then punted it, and then the Texans came back and kicked the 59-yard field goal. Those 3 throws were the perfect example of what was wrong with the Buffalo Bills. All 3 of those, there was 2 of those throws, it was just nowhere to go, right? Nowhere to go. You have to force a throw because you have to throw it, and they just couldn't get it, right? It was just the receiver kind of gets a hand on it and it gets smacked out of their hands. Or finally, maybe someone's kind of open, but Josh Allen has 5 guys going over top of him, and he just has to, sling it as he's falling back, right? And then he can't get anything behind it, and and he can't get the distance on it, and no run game to just try to run and get 4, 5, 6 yards, whatever it may be. That is the perfect encapsulation of what is wrong with the Buffalo Bills and the issues they face. Go watch that drive, and you'll say, yeah, what the heck are they supposed to do in that situation? That is a fundamental problem that they have to figure out how to resolve. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills' struggles for these last 2 games? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I'd absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of, and I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much, and see you next time.